Hallo and welcome to Hengelo in the southeast of the Dutch province of Overijssel. Today we are going to be riding with Blauwnet from here to Zutphen on one of Alstom's Coradia LINT DMUs. We'll start out with a brief look at the station and the route for today before boarding our train towards Zutphen. Once on board, we'll take a look at Alstom's LINT DMUs, focusing on the seating and bathroom facilities while cruising through the beautiful Dutch countryside. Although on the shorter side of routes across the Netherlands, Blauwnet's service is still excellent, so sit back and relax and join me on this journey to Zutphen. Hengelo is on the smaller side of towns for total population, and the station reflects this, with only 2 through platforms and 1 stub-end platform on the east side of the station. As a result, station facilities are rather limited, although there is a full convenience store and ticketing desk on ground level with another store on the platforms. Hengelo, as with most smaller stations across the Netherlands, doesn't have traditional barriers, instead using an honor system of scanning on and off trains. A quick tap of our pass allows us into the station. The station doesn't really have a main hall, although it does have a rather large atrium where the stairs lead up to track level. There's also a doner kebab shop off to the side, although it wasn't open. Heading up the stairs brings us to track level, where Deutsche Bahn train 240 was waiting. Although listed as a Deutsche Bahn train, 240 is technically operated by NS International while in the Netherlands. NS International, as the name implies, operates intercity and high-speed international trains with routes from the Netherlands to the surrounding nations. We actually had the opportunity to ride on one of NS International's intercity trains between Amersfoort and Hengelo in first class, which was an awesome ride on Germany's best intercity trains. That ride will be coming in a future video, so stick around for when that one goes live. As we wait for our train, one of Blauwnet's Stadler Flirt 3 EMUs pulls in on the opposite platform. Blauwnet organizes a variety of lines around the province of Overijssel, with services including local, express, sprinter, and intercity trains. Before our train arrives and we head out of Hengelo, let's take a quick look at our route for today. Our travels today will cover a total of 28 miles between Hengelo and Zutphen, with a travel time of around 35 minutes. We'll start out by heading west out of Hengelo, following the N346 roadway and the Twente Canal as we cruise through the Dutch landscape. On our way, we'll pass through the towns of Delden, Goor, Lochem, and Eefde before arriving in Zutphen's city center. Right on time, our train pulls into the station. The doors open as passengers disembark, and we can soon board. We get seated and our train departs for this 35-minute journey over to Zutphen. Seating on board Alstom's LINT DMUs is rather cramped, with barely enough room to fit my hand between my knees and the seat in front. The seats themselves are very basic, with only a small amount of padding on the back and bottom of each seat. The headrests are made of a faux leather material and do have a bit more padding over the rest of the seat. The only major feature of each row is the single outlet located just below the seats. All of this is really to be expected, as this route is just a local commuter service connecting the smaller communities to major stations, which means the train doesn't need all of the usual comfort as intercity or high-speed trains. The lack of seat amenities is soon forgotten, as the incredible colors of the Dutch landscape fill the window. Although just farmland and flat meadows, the vibrant greens of the grass and trees paired with the blue sky above makes the whole window appear as a masterful work of art. As we cruise through the Dutch countryside, let's take a quick look at some stats about our train. Taking us to Zutphen today is Blauwnet's Stoptrein number 31240, and is driven by one of Alstom's Coradia LINT DMUs. Each LINT DMU is powered by 2 or more diesel engines, producing between 422 and 520 horsepower each. LINTs are rated for a top speed of 87 miles per hour and operate within the range of 75 to 87 miles per hour. LINT DMUs come with a variety of variants. The smallest of these is the LINT 27 with just a single rail car and a total of 73 seats. The largest variant is the LINT 81, which operates as a 3-car set with 2 driving cars sandwiching a trailer car in the middle. With their additional length and additional car, LINT 81s reach a total of 270 seats per train. Our train, the LINT 41, sits in the middle of these two extremes. With 2 cars and a total of 115 seats, the LINT 41 leans towards the smaller side of the size spectrum. If you're enjoying the video so far, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. It's totally free and it really helps support the channel. If you want to go the extra mile with your support, then check out the channel's Patreon. If you want your name in the video, access to exclusive weekly posts, and even the opportunity to vote on future videos, then click the link in the top right or in the description below to learn more. Stations on our route are typically smaller than average, and as a result, stops are usually very short. Our stop here in Delden only lasts about a minute or so before our train carries on its way. One feature that I did not expect to see on such a small train was a bathroom, but lo and behold, Alstom has us covered. Opening the large sliding door, we can step inside. The bathroom is surprisingly nice for such a small train. There's plenty of room to move around in as a result of being an accessible bathroom, and the facilities as a whole appear rather clean. All of the facilities are button operated with indicating lights and signage. The sink works well with plenty of soap and well-stocked paper products. The toilet is clean and includes 2 rolls of toilet paper plus a trash can to dispose of unwanted items. Overall, the bathroom is great and way nicer than anything I could have anticipated on such a small train. After cruising through the countryside for a bit, our train slows down to make yet another station stop, this time in the town of Hur. It's again a quick stop, exchanging only a couple passengers before departing once more. Heading out of Hur, our train picks up speed, hitting the maximum track speed of 75 miles an hour. The interiors on these trains are fairly basic, all things considered. The seats are rather cramped with no tray tables, trash cans, or other amenities to speak of. Additionally, Blauwnet only operates second class on their LINT DMUs, so our first class day pass isn't of any use on this journey. Outside of the seats themselves, the only real feature of note is the small luggage rack located above each side of the train, which honestly looks like an afterthought than an intended feature. Our journey through the Dutch farmland continues on, and we soon reach the electrified mainline. Crossing over the Twente Canal marks our arrival into the city limits, and it's not long before we're pulling into our destination of Zutphen. Our train comes to a stop and we can grab our belongings and disembark into the station. Before making our way towards the exit, we can take a step back to have a quick look at the train that brought us here. The LINT family of trains is a rather strange one, with a variety of sizes, types, and applications, and ours did the job well. Our train may have been a DMU, but Alstom is now rolling out widespread use of their iLINT hydrogen-powered EMUs. The first of its kind, these trains will run on a hydrogen fuel cell with an estimated range of between 370 to 500 miles on a single tank and a top speed of 87 miles per hour. Hydrogen-powered vehicles have always been a pipe dream, but the production of the iLINT marks the beginning of a new era of rail travel. As we're admiring our train, one of Arriva's Stadler GTW28 DMUs pulls into the station. Arriva is another local rail carrier in the area, and we'll actually get to ride on one of their GTW DMUs in a future video, so be sure to stick around for when that one goes live. With one last look at our train, it's time to head towards the exit and the end of today's video. Next week, we'll be back in Boston to take a northbound ride on Amtrak's Downeaster up to Haverhill and the border between Massachusetts and New Hampshire. If you're new around here, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. It's totally free and it really helps support the channel. If you liked the video, drop it a like too. There's a lot more incredible content on the way, so stick around if you want to see more. But anyways, that's all I have for today. Thanks for riding with me, and I'll see you in the next one.